Welcome to Beginners Fab. My name is Eric, and today we're going to be making a handrail. Over the past few days, I've been talking online about my project that I have with the handrail. And today we're actually going to start on the beginning portion of that project. So what I'm going to do today is actually just tack up all of the structure for him so that he can see how it'll sit and give him an idea to make sure that that's what he wants before we proceed with the other stuff. First off, I have to go over the information that I have designed up in the computer. Also, I have to get everything laid out on the table and I have to make the cuts that I have. For instance, where we were going to put the handrail going up the steps, I measured out the height difference between the upper plane and the starting plane or the lower plane. And then I also knew the distance between the handrail uprights, and I knew the total length of the handrail. So what I did was I actually designed it to scale in Illustrator. The upper plane is dirt and ground, so I actually have to have more tube on the upper portion, the upper upright, so that when it goes into the ground we can put cement around it and hold it into place, whereas the lower vertical mount will be welded to a plate that will be cement anchored into the ground. I'm building it a little bit stronger than normal just because through the conversation we know that it's going to be used a lot. I went with a 3mm wall 2x2 metal tubing, which is just over an 1/8 inch thick. And then I also went with a 6mm, which is just under a quarter, that'll go down the spine. We need to make sure that we take a file and we file off all these little burrs here, just so it doesn't kick our square around.
Here I've started to cut the wedge off the end of the tube so that I can have the angle I need for the spine of the handrail. I just cut it each wall all the way around, making sure I stayed in alignment and making sure that my cut from one edge to the other met up with the cuts I had already made on all the other sides to make sure that it was as square as possible when I cut it off. Here you can see that I have a square drawn out on the piece of 1/4 inch flat plate, and then I have another square on the inside of that square. Now I'm just doing a test fit to make sure it fits flush and it fits square. After I had test fitted the plate, I went ahead and cut the base plate out of the plate stock. I'm going back and checking my square, and in this case, to try to make sure everything worked the way that I wanted it to, I went ahead and tacked on the base plate. And then I am going back now with a belt sander to get that angle for the handrail spine the perfect degree I wanted. After I had finished sanding down the angle on the vertical post, my first tack that I'm going to put is going to be on the outside, center it up the best you can, and then you can tack it into place and it won't create any problems in the future. I have the flat stock on the table and I have the tube sticking up, because if I had tried to place the tube on the table and weld the flat stock, holding that flat stock would have been really hard to make sure it held square to the tube end and I could actually weld it. So after having repeated the same work on the other upright, here we have the handrail completed.
I hope you guys have really enjoyed everything that you've been seeing here at Beginners Fab, and I hope you guys continue to stop by to see what new stuff we have going on. You can check us out at our YouTube channel and also at our website at www.beginnersfab.blogspot.com, where we'll keep things updated each time that we have something new for you guys.